think we're recording. What the hell? I don't know. I was setting my sights here on the this new upper with my hand-loaded ammo I made. A Lee mold. 155 grain, I think, gas check. They're bucking along about 19.5. They can make them go a little faster, but I lose my accuracy. I did the groups on with the bolt gun. That's what I always do. Anyways, I just want to show them. I already shot up a bunch of them. The bag has a fair amount of brass in it. We'll finish off these other 10 real here, and then we'll dump the brass. Then I want to show you some of this wolf ammo. See if she goes. See if she works here. You know what I don't like about this is I'm used to having my hand here, and that damn thing cuts me. I got to hold it there. But it's life, right? I'll learn. No, I'm not missing the steel. I'm shooting a paper target. I have a little group here. I want to see how they group. It's grouping pretty decent for 7.62 by 39. Oh no! Something happened. Yeah, I got more ammo. Why didn't it go bang? I'll wait a few seconds here. See what we got going on. Well, I've had little problems with burrs on the side of my bullets. I've got to be pickier about the, no, I'm not going to whack it with a metal hammer. I get the bottom. The damn bullets, if I have a little bit of a burr on them, this chamber is so, it doesn't do this in the bullet. The chamber is so tight that it won't let it go into battery. So which is probably good that happened on here. I've got to start being a little pickier about my bullets I actually load. Yeah, right there. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up. There's a little burr right there. I can feel it with my finger. See how it's catching my finger? That's just what it is. Maybe I'm getting too much powder. I'm going to shake them a little more or something. Or just reject the ones that's got burrs and put them back in the melting pot. Ain't that big of a deal, right? Doesn't cost anything. It's not the gun issue, it's the ammo, but working on it. You know, of course, all the other ones I didn't do on camera work. Of course, this one had to screw with me. But the mistakes is what makes it interesting and makes it worth watching. You say, hey, don't do what that idiot did. I gotta hit some steel. I just have to. I love steel. See if I can get my little friend. Got my little friend! I pick on my little friend. Alright. This gun smokes. Suppressor does that. Gives you a little bit of back pressure. And I took those rounds of that wooden chamber, those big ones, those British bullets. I finally got my a modified case so I could do them right. So I got a number. I'll have to load some of those up and see if they'll cycle this. I think they might. Because I took this, and I've got it running just under 2,000 feet per second, but the starting load on this is down like 1,300 feet per second. And it cycled the gun. So I'm going to record that load. That would be a great load to hand somebody who was just kind of recoil sensitive. So it didn't bother me at all, you know. All right, now we got some wolf. Because remember, some of these guys have some primer strike issues. Now, so far, I haven't any problems with this. Now I'm just going to throw this away, but at least this way we won't have to have the brass all over the place. Put my little catcher back on. This is Wolf 124 grain military classic, just whatever I bought 1,000 of. And I got my AK-47. These ones are going, I chronic them. They're doing a little over 2,300 feet per second, so they're going a little faster. Just for shooting steel, I don't need them going faster than that, and I'm happy with the I don't want to get any lead or nothing in my gas. I'm still paranoid to actually use gas check stuff. But still, I think that round I was shooting only cost me like 12 or 13 cents to make it, even with a gas check. So, you know what? It's cheap. If I ever find one at a gun show, I don't think I want one bad enough to pay full price. But I'd like to have a Mini 30. I don't know. Because I wouldn't be able to put a brass catcher on it. I'd have to shoot it, like I can shoot it here to bounce off the wall. I got to be able to catch my brass, because that thing does not like this kind of ammo, not unless you modify it. So it says right in the directions you want to use brass cased ammo. But that's all I'm going to basically be shooting is brass case. I got some of this for when somebody comes out and wants to shoot and they don't want to pick up, going to police the brass. Fine, they can stand out there and blow this all over. I don't care. All they do is make a mess. Okay, this is the Wolf. Never shot this through the suppressor. You son of a pup. I know that didn't sound good. Something didn't go in. Something didn't go in the battery, right? I didn't even... Yes, I have. My left arm is not. I know you can just go, but you can't do that if your left arm is effed up, screwed up. Excuse me, with my French. We all deal with, you know, I'm lucky I got here at this age, right? I ain't gonna bitch about it. Maybe I didn't have the mag in there all the way. You don't want to go whack on that mag, it hurts. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Hit the steel. I love hitting steel. Alright, I'm going to do a paper. I got some paper plates out there. This is not a bad group for me. I'm not the best shot in the world. I just enjoy it. Hate to say it, but the Wolf did a better group than my stuff did. But it's 19, 20 cents a round, and they're cheap. But I mean, they're still pretty good. I'll take pictures of them and put them on the thing. What do I want to do? Oh, I got that one there, a bullseye target. He's long. Hello, wake up. Twice in a row. Got my little friend with the last shot. Oh, and I forgot to put the bag on, so we still got brass all over hell. Doesn't matter, it's steel. What the hell? Anyways, there it is. I did another video of this. It's got all the data from where I bought this thing from. Of course, the optic is still off my 9mm root. Yes, I got it right down in front of there. Oh, good. Put these caps back on. I had to the mount that was on it was too low. Okay, and I mean, I'm like this trying to see the scope. Talk about a cheek weld. So I ordered those. So I got them the rest of my ARs. They work pretty good. P-series. They're like 35 bucks. They're not terribly expensive. And they got enough gap in them because they're two pieces. I got a gap. I know you get a nice one-piece job, but I want the gap for my brass catcher hook in there. You know. That's what these brass catchers are made for the AR. That was fun. And I noticed I don't have any ears on. And this round is loud, particularly that Wolf one, without the suppressor. I put the, when I called silencer shop, they were out of, and they don't know when they're going to get them. Like, how the hell can they do that? Selling you a $1,000 suppressor. Oh, by the way, we don't know when we're going to get the mounts for it. But they had this one, which was $20 more. I wish they had told me about this in the beginning. I'd have bought it for all my guns. Because them other ones, when you take the suppressor off, they're just plain old everyday stupid looking, okay? This one looks like it's a flash. It's still a a flash hider or a muzzle brake, you call it, but it still doesn't look stupid. And that suppressor is long enough in there, the first chamber, to take that. So I'm liking it. Now I'll have to look at, oh God, I don't have to replace the others, they work. And if a suppressor fits, I don't ever shoot without one. I've gotten spoiled. I have to pick those up and throw them away. That's such a waste. Just to throw away the steel. It's just a waste, you know. And I don't send it to a recycle center. They don't have all the crap around here that I'm aware of. I heard once on the recycling your home stuff, they have that where you're supposed to keep all your stuff together. I read an article, this is years ago, where one municipality was just taking the stuff and adding it all together at the end because it was cheaper for them anyway. They weren't really, processing it. So what the hell's the point? And you can't trust the government as far as you can throw them. So if you ask them anything, they'll just lie to you. Let me go on the back of the camera, you guys can see. You see of course, it's caught some dirt, carbon from going in and out, but the damn display went out. That's right. We're saving Al Gore a milliwatt of power. Can you guys see it there? See where that little booger was? Well, I can't have them in this gun. It's too tight a chamber. So I just have to. It's where it was laying on my basket. My baskets, I'm going to get some sandpaper. I've noticed I've used them so much, and from the little bit each time it gets on there, they're actually getting, like they catch, like they're pointy. They're not smooth like they were, they're rough. And I tried it, I had a refill from my belt sander. I took it and smoothed out a center part, and it worked a little bit. So I'm going to get some just sandpaper where I can get to it, put a block of wood on it, sand those things down, or I can smooth them back out again. Because I really like those baskets. It's not the basket itself, it's the powder coat. Every time you get a little bit more laying, a little more laying, and that's where I'm at. Alright, hope you guys like my little video. And this one I'm going to put on YouTube, but I'll also upload it to BitChute, is where I've uploaded most of my stuff. Now, I'm not saying that'll be the only one I go with. The guys on Slack, I'm reading them, they haven't come up with a consensus to where everybody's going to go yet. I think the big channels are hoping that Full 30 will get a hold of them. I understand why they got to be so exclusive over at Full 30. Why can't they let anybody on there? I mean, if you're not big enough where the advertising will pay for it, then fine. Make the little guys pay a 25, 30, whatever the number is a month to pay for the extra storage and bandwidth and all that happiness. I got no problem paying my way. Oh well. Talk to everybody later. Goodbye. This 7.62 by 39 though is working for me. And if you look at some other videos, I almost didn't get one because they said, oh no, you have nothing but feeding problem. You notice that every one of those wolves went off without a problem. Okay, yeah, I had a problem first time chambering the thing, but that probably was the first one I whacked that and it hurt, so I'm a little sensitive about that. So I probably didn't have the mag in all the way. Probably me. Generally, whenever there's a failure, it's my problem, not the equipment I'm using. Steel got mixed in there, just flying all over the place. And just, I'm not up to full pressure on those stuff either, because look at how dirty that brass is. Dirty brass tells me that, well, yeah, using a suppressor, but it also says you're not getting a total seal in the chamber. But this load I did, I actually went, what is it, like 3/4 of a grain over max load. There's no pressure signs on the primers, and I mean, look at that primer. That doesn't look bad, does it? Not at all. I forget the name of the powder I'm using. I told it on the other video. Hang on, let me look. I think I can remember this shit. IMR 4227, right there. I've used half a pound already. I'm gonna have to put a powder valley order together. We just did one a while ago. What, 10,000 primer? That's the way to buy primers, man. $28 a pop. Instead of 44. Yeah, you end up paying between hazmat and shipping about $35, but still Say around me, if you go buy 1,000 primers, they want $44 for one. That's if they have them. You go in, please sir, sell me 1,000 primers today. You know, have to beg for them. You know, so what's that? $15 each. So you buy 3,000, you just broke even, and then your powder, of course, and all that stuff's cheaper. But if you buy 10,000, we save some money. And that's how we did it. Oh wait, I have a round in my pocket. Oh, that's that one. Now, I could go put this in the Ruger and it would fire right, boom, no problem. Because the Ruger must have a much more generous chamber. But, you know, that's fun. Really like that rail. I bought another rail somewhat like that at the gun show for what I paid, $85. And I'm decided if I put it on 223 or the 300 blackout. I like to shoot the 300 blackout more. I mean, I know I've been shooting the 223 a lot, but I just wanted to get those loads worked up if I ever had to do casts. I'm not going to do casts with 223 unless I can't get the stuff anymore. With all that's going on, God knows, because now I know they're going to, and I voted for Trump and I still support him and all that. I really hate the fact that he just signed this crazy funding bill. He should have vetoed it, made all those idiots come back, you know. But oh, it's all right. It's only $1.5 trillion. Well, we can't ruin their 2 weeks off. Screw their 2 weeks off. Get your ass back here and do some work. If you're working at a regular time, it would have been all right. But you're only working 2 or 3 days a week. But you're getting paid hundreds of thousands a year. But anyways, that worries me. Hopefully he has some great plan, because usually he gets all this stuff going, everybody thinks he's nuts, and he turns it around on him. So I guess I got faith in him still a little. But I'm a little worried about that bump stock ban. I mean, to me personally, the bump stocks mean less than nothing. I don't own one. I don't want one. I guess because I hand load, I like to shoot each round. I don't want to just brrr. And my son-in-law to be, he loves making lots of noises. And when they come over and did some shooting once, all my employees, one of the guys brought a bump stock. We burned through, what, 1,500 rounds of 223 ammo in about an hour and a half. And that was everybody getting a chance to empty a mag or two. And it cost me, I don't know. I mean, that one guy brung 1,000 rounds, and I started chipping in more so that everybody get a chance. But it wasn't my reloads; it was factory stuff. And for what? You know, I don't even like shooting rapid fire out here at the range because you're not controlling it. Somebody ever come to me and said, "Hey, well, you know what's going on? I can account for every round I've shot down there, you know." But it bothers me that they're going to outlaw anything, because you know how the liberals are. They don't go home and say, "Oh, we won, we're good, let's go home and enjoy our life." Oh no, they're going to sit there and say, "Ha ha ha, we got one, let's go for the next thing," and the next, and it'll never, ever, ever end, ever, 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 never. I wonder if that ain't why I still haven't gotten my second suppressor out. And of course, it ain't due till the middle of April, but we'll see. You know, they're going to go after those. They're going to go after everything. You know, ARs are evil rifles, I guess. And I don't like an AR more than anything else. In fact, I prefer shooting a bolt action, to be honest about it. But this is kind of fun, okay? You know, I want to make sure it works. And I have a little trouble because my left hand, I don't have enough strength to pull this. No, some folks get it. To pull this back every time. I just, part of the problem I got. You know, my left arm just ain't what it used to be. That's why I don't like brass molds. Just hold them so long. I dropped one. I was trying to do that one I ordered by accident. I dropped it, and like a fool, out of instinct, I went and grabbed it. Thank God I had gloves on, but it burned the glove. There's glove prints all the way around. It didn't went out where the mold was, where I grabbed it with my right hand, because I'm so used to my right hand picking up the slack when my left hand lets go. And I could have got hurt if I didn't have gloves on. I sold that. I traded that mold for a knife for my son-in-law for Christmas. It's a nice knife, I guess. I don't know. I didn't want it just sitting on a shelf not being used. This guy was looking for one. They didn't have any. I said, "Hey, I got one. We got to trade. I don't really sell it." I goes, "It's got some finger." I saw him pictures of it. It's got fingerprint marks on my glove. He goes, "I don't care." And I saw sending that because he was doing some of that lighter, that one I do for the AK. I'll just see if they'd shoot through this. Oh, that's right. I tried them. They won't chamber. I've got to redo them because, again, this chamber is so much tighter than the other one. They won't go in battery all the way, but that's the first AK round I loaded. It's 123 grain or whatever. Oh, it's a hot round. It's accurate as hell with the AK-47. But again, you gotta go chase your brass. And the AK-47 beats up the brass too. But it's a fun gun to shoot, I guess. It is. And I've got a little 10-round magazine, so it works good from the bench. I don't know. I seen that and I had to try it. I've had people ask, what's your favorite gun? I said, man, I don't know. I can't tell you. Generally, it's whatever one I'm shooting today. I mean, I like them all. They're all different. Guns are like women. They're all wonderful, but every one is unique. You know? But, I don't know. But if you're thinking about picking up a 7.62 by 39 upper, I wouldn't hesitate. You know, try it. Do you want to use it for your only gun you have? Probably not, but it's fun to play with. And the ammo's cheap, particularly if you don't reload, so you can buy that cheap stuff. Now, if you like I say, I'm reloading these, and I can reload these brass for, I think I got 13 cents into them, I figured out. The powder is 6 cents, then you got the primers 3, and figure a penny or 2 for the lead, and 3 cents for the gas check. These gas checks got a deal on because I bought them when he had a hell of a deal, so I got them for 2 cents. And I'm in this $1,000 club at NOE, so, and his gas checks are nice and they're inexpensive, but when you get 25% off plus your 10%, that discount, that really brings the price down. So I bought a whole bunch of them. That mold I traded that guy off, NOE was out of gas checks. And the guy goes, oh, well, I'll just have to wait till he gets them in. I go, man, I sent him a half a bag of 500 gas checks so he gets started. I mean, that drives me nuts having a new mold and not be able to load for it and load it. But I think I don't know if that's my favorite gun, but it's fun. I almost have, I got a deal at the gun show on 1,400 more pieces of this brass. I'm in the middle of processing. I got a third of it deprimed and cleaned. I haven't checked it for length. I haven't resized it and checked it for length. I have to see if I got to trim it or not. But I got more to do. That'll keep me busy for a while. Spring's coming, so I got so much to do out here. It's not funny. I'm not sure where to begin. And I want to start growing a little garden thing, so too. So hopefully this ain't the last video you guys ever see me. Come on over and see me over at BitChute, yeah, BITCHUTE.com, and just search for Barn Dweller. Okay? Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye. Alright, we're going to add this to the video. Well, I'll try anyway. This is the load, where the loads came from I was working on right there. From the Cast Bullet Handbook. See, I'm trying to get up to 2,000 feet per second or farther. I'm told that's where you got to be. The IRMR 4198 didn't really work for me that well. I haven't tried RX7 yet. I tried that on the... That's what I use for my 308, which does a pretty good job. I'm half tempted to see if I could find a load for a... Because the powder coating protects the bullet some. I'm tempted to see if I can find a book for a regular full metal jacket and try the starting load and see what happens. Here is... I got out my new manual. I don't know when it was published, but I got it recently, the 50th Lyman. And they had some 7.62 by 39 in there. God dang it, my little screen went off here. There we go. We're still recording? Here we are. Okay. And that's the bullet I use for, or that's the same weight bullet I use for my 30 carbine. And I size it to 310. Here, I size my bullets to 311 for the 7.62 by 39, but they're telling me I get away with 310. I'm tempted when I get bored out of my mind someday to try seeing what I could do with that. Now, I looked up the power factor on a higher velocity, and it's lower than what it is with a heavier bolt at a smaller velocity. And all I'm really doing is rocking the steel. But here's my groups anyway. Here's what I got for my bullet. And this wasn't even, I didn't even have a bag rest on it, holding the back, you know. 1.3 inch. Here's what the Wolf did. I'm like, I was told wolf wasn't an accurate. I'm like embarrassed that my ammo didn't hold up to the wolf. Of course, that's a full metal jacket. And it's going 300 feet per second faster. So that wolf does a pretty good job. You can't complain about it. I like mine. I got one dead center. It's probably just luck, but I've never gotten a dead bullseye like that. That's wonderful. Anyway, so there's where I mean, this is good enough to ring steel. My smallest piece of steel I got is 2 inches. So, I mean, and you guys heard me when I was shooting the steel. I was hitting everything I was aiming at. Even got my little friend. But I'm thinking, this one here looks like it's close to the wolf ball. I'll get on the internet and see what else is on the Hodgkin website. I seem to do well there. They don't have any. I was going to try and see if I could find some load for a heavier bullet, you know, the 155. Because I'm getting ready to cast for the, well, I've already casted the bullets I'm going to try, but for the 450 Bushmaster. And this is what I'm going to try, because of course they don't have NOEs out of their bullet. They have the perfect bullet set up. They've listed like 7 or 8 different ways, and they don't have one of them. And I hate group buys. Who wants to wait 6 months or something? I couldn't remember it that long. Look at they're using IMR 4227. I have to get an 8-pounder of that. And I got some those expensive 60 cents a piece bullets coming in. See, this is the bullets I got coming in. See how they're shaped? Now on the NOE website, there's one that's shaped like that, lead. And I forget what they call it. It wasn't near the weight. I don't know if I want to waste $100 on one. $250 grain. I think that's what I've got coming in the Hornady. But I've got, oh, there's the bullets. They haven't been coated or nothing yet. There they are. Hello. My big friends. Those are 300 grain. And that load data is for a 325 grain. As close as I can get. But the lighter bullets take more powder. So this, if I use this data, I won't be overcharging anything. Anyway, there's where I'm at. But I'm glad I got it done. You know, I should just be happy with what I got. I got a good enough group so I can use it. Right? You're always looking for a little better. I really expected mine to be better than that wolf, though. They're like, wait a minute. Come on. It's driving me nuts. It might just be that gun likes lighter bullets, too. So I may have to try. You know, I got that mold. It wouldn't hurt. All it would take is a little bit of casting. And I got some bullets cast too, but I don't know how hard I cast. Well, I don't know. That 30 carbine truck's right about 2,000 feet per second. I could probably use it. I think I cast at 800 or 900 when I did. I could just try loading some, see what happens. I might have to do that. If you never hear from me again, it blew my face off. So anyways, talk to everybody later. Bye-bye. Wish I'd update this. This doesn't have anything in it. Update this manual. Doesn't have anything in it for 450 Bushmaster. Update the cast book handbook.